In this demonstration, we'll take a look at how to get help within the CLI in Juno's OS. So I'm in my operational mode within the Juno's operating system. So the first thing I want to do is type in the configure command to go into configuration mode. Once in configuration mode, what I want to do is I want to use the help to learn how to alter settings on the device itself. So to modify a setting, we can use the set command. Now, when you're not quite sure what command to use, let me backstep here, you can use the question mark. So the question mark is your help feature. And what happens here is with let me scroll up a tiny bit. So when I use the question mark, wherever you use the question mark in the command, whether it actually be, in the placeholder for the command itself or for its parameters, it'll always show you what you could type in the place of that question mark. So here it's showing me a list of the different commands that exist within inside the Juno's OS. So at this point within the configuration hierarchy, so activate commit is a command that I can use to commit my configuration. I can copy a statement. I can delete a configuration setting if I want to. I can use exit. I can use the help command if I wanted to get help on the system. We can also use load to load configuration files into the system. So lots of different commands that I can use here. Top and up are other common commands that we use to navigate through the CLI hierarchy. So that's kind of how we use the help system. And you will notice that there is a set command there. So it's used to set a parameter or a configuration setting. So what I want to do is I want to use the set command. Now I'm not quite sure what I can plug in after the set command. So then I use the question mark. And what it'll do is it'll show me all of the possible values that I could use in place of that question mark, right? And one of the things that I want you to notice is that it doesn't show me that I have the host name option. That's what I want to be able to change here. And the reason being is I'm at the root of the configuration here. The host name is inside system. So I've got two choices. What I could do is I could go and navigate to the system portion of configuration and then type in the set command. Or what I could do, and that's what they're telling me here in the help, is that I can type in the word system right now. So I can do set system, then space, and again, I'm not quite sure what to type here, so I hit the question mark. And again, the CLI help comes up and it says, oh, okay, these are all the parameters that you can type in after the word system. And what I'm looking for here is the host name option, and I can see it right here, right? So that's perfect. So I know that I can type host name. Now I'm not sure if I'm finished the command at this point. So again, I use the question mark. And this is very important because what they're showing me here is that there's no other commands or parameters that I can type, but they are telling me, okay, at this point, and notice the greater than, less than wrapped around the word host name, they're saying, tell me what the host name is for this router. So here I'm going to call it New York R3, let's say. Now again, I don't know if I should hit the enter keystroke, so I use the question mark, and notice that it does show me, okay, at this point, you can hit the enter keystroke if you want to, but there's a number of other options that I could set as well. But since that's the only value that I do want to change, I will hit the enter keystroke. So that's how we can use the question mark to be able to modify the configuration or modify a setting, which helps us kind of get help. Now, there's a number of other features built into the Juno's OS that allows us to configure the device in a very quick and easy fashion. And that is, I'm going to use the same command again. So set. Now, what we can do is we can start typing and then hit tab on the keyboard. The tab feature, it's not really a help feature, but it's an autocomplete feature. What it'll do is it'll type out the words for you. So a lot of times, if I'm not sure what to type, I'll type in the first character and hit tab, right? And then it fills in the information. If it didn't fill in the information, it would give you a list of possible values, which is letting you know that, hey, there's nothing that either begins with H, or maybe there's more than one value that begins with H. So that's why a lot of times what I'll do is I'll type in a few characters, hit tab. So I'll set that back to New York R1. And then I want to commit that change. So I'll just make that change there. So we can use the question mark as a help feature, and also we can use the autocomplete feature as well. So those two features go a long way within the Junos OS and helping you configure that Junos OS. So in this demonstration, you saw some of the help features within the Junos OS.